Where the Susquehanna River meets the Chesapeake Bay, the city of Havre de Grace has long been a crossroads of history. Known for its rich maritime heritage, the town's past is also deeply shaped by the stories of its diverse communities. Among them stands the Havre de Grace Colored School, a symbol of perseverance and hope in an era of racial segregation. This school provided African American children with the rare opportunity for education when such access was often denied. In this documentary, we delve into the history of the Havre de Grace Colored School and the enduring legacy of those who fought for a better future through education.
Growing up in Havre de Grace was nice. I thought it was the best.
I grew up on Line Street in Havre de Grace, Maryland, right across the street from the Havre de Grace Colored School. I have 4 sisters and a first cousin. We all grew up together. We all attended the Havre de Grace Colored School.
I come from a family of 5 and was raised with a cousin who lived with us. And we lived right across the street from the school. So all we had to do was walk across the street. All of the children in the immediate area walked to school. Havre de Grace was just a big town during those days.
We could leave your door open and you weren't worried about nobody coming in. We got along good. It wasn't no killing and shooting like it is today.
During that time in Havre de Grace, it was basically 2 communities, the African American community and the European American community. There was limited socialization.
I was young then and I didn't understand all this prejudice stuff. My mother and father told me it was going on, but by us being children, we didn't know. Then when I started to school, black people kept to themselves. We couldn't go, and I often wonder why, but my mother and father explained to me that's the way it is. You're segregated.
I was born in 1942, which means that there wasn't any transportation for you. Everybody knew the colored community. It wasn't the easiest place to live back during those times, but we were able to manage and to get along.
As far as the schools was concerned, we had our school at that time was called the Havre de Grace Colored School. And it was located right here on Line Street. In fact, I refer to it as the Havre de Grace Colored School Continuum because there were several locations that we attended school. And the section that I'm giving this interview is the high school section, which eventually became the first high school for African Americans in Harford County. It was built around 1930. At that time, they only went to the 11th grade. The problem was Harford County didn't provide transportation. Well, that meant that if your parents weren't able to get you here, that was it. But fortunately for the children who lived what I refer to as the Route 40 corridor, there was a train that you could catch. It was almost as if that the system was doing everything in our power to handicap us in any way they could. But in spite of all of that, we managed to overcome a lot of things.
I always knew school and education because my grandfather, Abel Cromwell was born on the eastern shore of Maryland, came over to Baltimore, and from Baltimore he migrated to Havre de Grace. But my grandfather was an educator. The grammar school education in Harford County for African American children was from grades 1 through 8. There was no high school. There wasn't a high school here in Harford County for African American children. The high school didn't come along until a lot of hard work from people like Mr. Clayton Stansberry, Mr. Vandell Williams, and a number of hard-working African American folks, not just men, but there were women too, who worked alongside of them, whole communities.
The Havre de Grace Colored School had a unique colored PTA board, which was composed of faculty members who served alongside the community to support the school's initiatives in raising funds so the students could have a proper education.
They petitioned Harford County to build a high school. This high school, the structure that we're in now, became the first high school for African Americans in Harford County. Major issue was the schools themselves were underfunded. The books that we got from white school. Whenever they got new books, we got their old books. Whenever they got new equipment for the science classes, we got the old equipment.
We did the best we could with what we had. We had hand-me-down books and all that, but to me, at that particular time, I didn't know what they really meant because we was learning from the books that were sent to the school, and so it didn't make too much of a difference to me at that particular time.
The complex that we're in now didn't have a track, so the elders of the community, in their wisdom, there's a street right out of here called Alliance Street, where the school's located on. The elders designed lanes in Alliance Street for track and field to show the participants the proper way to pass the baton when you run track. Because if you get out of your lane, you get disqualified.
I used to run track. I was an anchor man on the mile relay. And we went to Penn Relay in Philadelphia, and we came in second place. We went to Morgan State every year and meet different schools, and we run against them. This is the track team state championship, 1948 and 1929. Clayton Stanbury, Isaac Cole, Lawrence Turner, Harold Durbin, Joseph Williams. These were the guys on the track team.
We didn't have a basketball court. Behind us is a lower area that we turned into our basketball court. We had wooden backboard with peach baskets. Fortunately, we had elders of the community who worked at Aberdeen Proving Ground, so we went to the gym to play basketball. The special events that we had, we conducted at St. Matthew's Church. The choirs that we had, that's where we performed all the activities, graduations.
You talking about Morgan can sing. We had a choir that could sing, and Mr. Medley was our teacher. And we did it right at St. Matthew's Church.
Now, this is an expression that Muhammad Ali left us. The service you do for others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. A lot of people view history in a linear fashion. See, but history is not linear. History is circular. What goes around comes around. In spite of all the negative things that happened growing up, in our schools, we were never taught to hate evil. It was all about love and respect. Respect for ourselves and respect for others.